Greetings, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to be looking at depression. Maishu, arigatou gozaimasu, and welcome back to the 11th year of the Leadership Japan series. And I'm your host in Tokyo, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and three-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. My new book, Stop Wasting Money on Training in Japanese, is Training de Okane o Moody ni suru wa yamimashou. And all of my books are available on Amazon. This podcast brings insights, examples, and experience about leading in Japan. Trust me, it is different here. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentations Japan series. And every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oishia Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcasto Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Before you get going, today's handy Japanese phrase is wakarimashita. Now, wakarimashita means I understand. I understood what you said. It also means, okay, it's clear. Okay, your explanation, clear, I've got it. Wakarimashita. I'm okay with what you want me to do. So this is the context we're using it here. It's clear. Okay, I'm clear on it. Yep, I got it. Yep, wakarimashita. Okay, something has to happen. I have to do something. I want to indicate that I understand. I'm fully clear on it. I just say, wakarimashita. 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 This is episode number 530, and today we're talking about leading when you are depressed. The boss is the light on the hill, radiating positive energy, belief, confidence, and possibility. The moody boss, they can destroy the atmosphere in the office very quickly. We all know that, so we have to become expert thespians, masking our true feelings and putting on a fun face to the outside world. When things get tough, there are no people the boss can talk to, so all of the pressure gets bottled up in one person. When things are not going well with the results, and particularly when the profits are not where they need to be, the pressure really starts to pile on. How can the boss function when any normal person would be laid waste with depression, insecurity, imposter syndrome, and self-doubt? As the boss, it is difficult to share the issues with your life partner because you feel you are bringing them down too, and they have almost zero influence on improving things to help you. That is why the boss tends to keep everything stitched up tightly inside. There has to be a release though, or the pressure can build up in an unhealthy way. One outlet is to write down your fears. Get it down on paper, someplace where only you can see it. Write without restraint about what you are feeling and the depth of your fears. Somehow, there is magic in writing this stuff down. The act of writing forces you to articulate what you are feeling, and it forces you to make clear the scope of the issue. The other thing you find is that there are only a few central planks to this problem. You don't wind up writing some massive tome with so many issues, it is humanly impossible to address them all. Once we've captured our worst fears, we can start working on them. The first thing to do next is delete any delusion. We don't see hope as much of a strategy, so we have to confront the issues head on. That translates into assuming that the worst will happen. Our gravest fears will be realized. the apocalypse will arrive unfettered. This calls out the deepest fears of catastrophe and ruin. There's no longer any illusion in play. Disaster beckons. This is painful and scary, but a necessary step on the road to redemption. Having accepted that the meltdown is unavoidable, we start to work up some possible solutions. You're not trying to perfect ideas as they emerge. We're just concentrating on getting them down on paper. We're looking for volume at this point, not perfection. We get as many ideas out as possible. All mad ideas are welcome. A crazy, impractical idea may hold the seed for a better idea, which would never have arisen without this initial lunatic stimulation. The interesting thing about this process is how hard it is. After the initial burst of frenzied activity, we go blank. We run out of ideas, and the extraction of the next layer of gold thinking is seriously heavy lifting and hard. It is critical, though, that we don't crack and just move on. We need to tough it out and go for deeper, better thoughts and keep pushing ourselves. A 5-minute period can feel like a lifetime in these circumstances, but we have to hang in there and keep going. Find out more. We come back from the break. Today's show is brought to you by our public courses, but we also are doing custom in-house programs. We do these in both Japanese and English. We do them face-to-face in our super safe classroom, and we do them live online. The show today is being brought to you on the 29th of August by our Step Up the Leadership program, one-day bridging course for new leaders. On the 30th, we'll be doing storytelling, which is a critical skill in business communication, and we all need to do this program. Go to our website at www.dale-carnegie, carnegie.co.jp. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, which in Japanese is Zaegyo. This is the Bible for selling in Japan. Japan Business Mastery, Japan Presentations Mastery, plus Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muru ni Sunu wa Yamimashou, and all are available on Amazon. If you like learning by watching videos, we have nearly 2,000 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show on Japan every Monday, Tokyo time. Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show, and on Saturdays, we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from small, medium enterprises all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. You can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. From this list, we start to select ideas into a priority order. This is seriously hard work as well, and not an easy process. Getting ideas into a priority format is the lever to help us select where we need to spend our time going forward. What we come up with may not be perfect or complete, but it is the best we can do, and we have to go with that. Having a plan and having no plan are worlds apart. The no plan scenario leaves us in mental turmoil. Our confidence is sapped and we trip over into depression and calamity. A poor plan is much better than no plan, and even a poor plan can be improved upon. The act of doing seems to release more ideas and possibilities, which just operating at the theoretical level does not do. When you have brain fog because of all the stress, it is very hard to take action, but we must start somewhere and expect that it will not be where we will finish. We know that what comes next is going to be unpleasant, with some tough decisions needed to be taken. We have to grind this out, and we have to be prepared for reversals and some aspect of the plan failing. Regardless, we have to keep going and do everything we can to save the situation. Where does our self-belief come from? By this time, self-belief has taken a hammering and is probably threadbare. There are few alternatives, and self-belief are plenty or not. We just have to keep pushing forward and tough it out. Desperation may have replaced sunny optimism, but externally we have to appear to be calm and in command. That is a hard act to pull off, but one we have to concentrate on perfecting. The moment the team begins to think we've given up, they will cave in on the spot and the game is lost. There's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll, but we have gotten to the top and we have to stay there. It's also lonely at the top too, and we have to get used to that. Even executive coaches cannot get the full version of what is really going on because of our egos and self-regard. Even with the coach, we will keep a public face in play rather than reef back the tattered curtain and reveal the ruins. Welcome to leadership. Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan series. If you found the program useful, then tell your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. You can contact me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Our website is www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. Until the next episode, take what you thought valuable, put it into action, because idea application is what makes winners winners. So be one of them. Remember, I'm in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.